Hello and welcome to Common Goods. My name's Val Crisp, and today I'll walk you through how to sync your online store to the Common Goods marketplace. There are sections in this video that apply only to specific platform hosts like Shopify, Etsy, WooCommerce, and Squarespace. However, I'd recommend that you watch the video in its entirety because those sections are quite short, and by and large, the entire video is applicable to all platforms. So let's dive in.
Once your store has been approved, you will have received an email from me. Head over to that email that says welcome, and inside there's a username, a password, and a link that says go to site. Click go to site, and then copy and paste your login information into the portal. Click login. And the first thing that you need to do is sync your stores together. So on the left panel, click Vendor Website Sync.
And for starters, we'll walk through how to do this for Shopify.
It will ask you for your password again because this is a pretty big change, so it just wants your confirmation. Now we need the domain of your store, not the public-facing domain, but the My Shopify domain. An easy way to grab that is right after the store / in the URL. It's that little code. Click copy. Come back over to this bar, hit paste.myshopify.com. Click submit. Now it's going to ask you to install the app that syncs our stores together. This app will not charge you any money. It just is doing all the hard work behind the scenes. So click install. Also note that our app will never sync backwards. It will never push new or different information back to your hero store on Shopify. Everything that happens in this portal is just information that is going in one direction towards Common Goods. Once your products have populated, we want to add them to Common Goods. So select all of them. You can use the column on the left to do that. And then head over to Bulk Actions on the top right and select Add to Merchant Store.
Okay, now your products have been successfully added to Common Goods. You can certainly uncheck any products you don't want to add as you see fit. Next up, I'll show you the same process for Etsy. Right, Etsy users should select Etsy under Vendor Website Sync. It will ask you for your password. Insert your Common Goods password. And the next page in your browser is going to be a notification from Etsy asking you to approve this connection to your Etsy store. If you're not already signed in, it will ask you to sign in and then grant access. Click Grant Access. And here we are. Your products have been uploaded, and all you need to do is add them in bulk, just like we did at the previous step. All right, the next platform we'll go over is WooCommerce. Head over to Vendor Website Sync, choose WooCommerce, click Connect, enter your password, and it needs 3 pieces of information to connect to your store. The first is the domain. If you don't know this by heart, you can find it by going to your WordPress admin, click My Home, and then View Site, and just copy and paste the URL from there. Next up, we need a consumer key and a consumer secret. We'll create those in WooCommerce. So head back to WordPress, click WooCommerce in the left-hand menu, then choose Settings, then Advanced, then REST API on the top left. And now we need to add key. So click Create an API key. In the description, I would suggest Common Goods or something that easily identifies this connection. And permissions, choose Read and Write. Click Generate Key. And now simply copy and paste these 2 fields back into Common Goods. Paste the consumer key under the consumer key field and paste the consumer secret under the consumer secret field. Click Submit. The syncing process may take a minute. Don't refresh your page. Just wait. And here we are. Your products have been uploaded, and all you need to do is add them in bulk, just like we did at the previous step. Okay, next up is Squarespace. Similar to the other instructions, head to Vendor Website Sync, select Squarespace, enter your password, and next you'll be prompted to agree or allow the connection between your store. If you're not already signed in, it will ask you to sign in first, then click Allow. And here you should see all of your store's products populated. Like the others, we need to add them all to Common Goods by selecting the tick box on the left, click Bulk Actions, then Add. And then just wait up to a minute here because it can take some time. And once you see the green notification on the right, you know it's been added correctly. Okay, the next step that we have in our onboarding is to add 2 custom fields to each product listing. I'm going to first explain what those are and why we have them, and then move into the technical implementation of how to get this done in an efficient manner. So first things first, what's important to know is if you head over to your products and click Manage Products, you should have a list here, and if you click into one of them, you will see all of the information that has been synced between your store and ours. You'll see the images, you'll see the product name, your vendor info, the status, whether it's active or published, your description as you had it written. And then there are 2 other custom fields that don't sync automatically, unfortunately. And this is where we need a few extra steps to populate them. And first, I'll just explain what they are. So first we have the product page URL. And this is the URL on which your product lives on your website. So for example, we're looking at Jumbo Feeling Friends from the store called Monkey Bandit Kids, and their URL for that product takes us directly to their store. And why do we need this? Well, this comes back to how Common Goods is going to be designed. So here's a example of the Jumbo Feeling Friends item synced to our store and how it appears on the Common Goods website. You'll see the title, the price, the tags, and the description. But what works differently about Common Goods is we don't have a checkout, especially during phase 1, which is about the first 3 months of the platform. There is no money being exchanged on Common Goods. We are just facilitating Canadians to shop Canadian. And so what that means is we don't have a cart. Instead, this button down here is going to take the customer directly over to Monkey Bandit Kids product page. And so the reason that we will encourage you to populate your product page URL is so that the customer can arrive right there on the product page and not have to search for your product a second time. If you were to leave this section, this field blank, we will populate it with your home page instead. So the customer will still make their way to your store if they found something they liked on Common Goods, but they will have an extra step to search for what they needed. Some reasons why you might want to leave this blank is if you have a huge catalog of fast-moving goods, for example, a vintage store, products coming in and out quite quickly, because we do have to put this information individually. Even though we'll do it in a spreadsheet in the most efficient way possible, you may want to skip this. We recommend it though if you can make it happen. The second field that I would need to bring to your attention is additional product details. So if this should be any information that the customer needs to make a decision about your product, anything that is not included in the description. It could be material information, especially on Shopify. There's a lot of additional sections on the product page that you might have important info, and you should paste that information here. However, this is just one product page, and I'm going to show you how to do this in bulk for all of the products all at one time rather than individually. But I just wanted to give you a walkthrough of what those look like. Okay, so let's get into how to upload these 2 custom fields as efficiently as possible for your product catalog. The first thing you're going to do is head back to Manage Products so you see the list of all of your products.
If all of your products aren't there, just give it a minute and then refresh. Now we want to select Export All Products, and this is going to give us a spreadsheet that we can edit. So select all products, then hit export. And this spreadsheet will be emailed to you. So click to verify that you're cool with that, export products. And head back to your email, click to download the file, and we're gonna go in and edit this spreadsheet. So I'm using Google Sheets. You can use whatever spreadsheet software you prefer. So go ahead and open that spreadsheet that we just downloaded. And you're going to see that there are two sheets. The first sheet is just information. It mostly says don't edit things that you don't need to edit. We're going to work on the product sheet. So click products. And now let me just show you the main columns that we need to pay attention to. So title, let me make this bigger so we can all see it and read it. That's the product title of each product. And then also product URL. We're going to need to edit that. And finally, additional product details. I made that one extra big because there's a lot of info that's going to go in there. So let me do a demonstration with one of these first products here. It's called the Pack 3.0 Archive Edition. Let me brighten that up for you. Archive Edition number 12, okay? So that will be our demonstrator where I show you how to do this, and we'll do the same process for every product. First, I need the product page URL. So let's head back to our Shopify admin, to your products page, and then find the first product you're going to work with, Archive Edition number 12. Hit View. Now I'm on the public-facing website, and copy and paste that domain, or URL, sorry. Copy and paste the URL. Bring it back to the spreadsheet, hit paste. Let me just clean up the formatting so that it's easier to read. Okay, that's one down, one to go. Additional product details. Okay, this section is for everything that is not already in your description. So your product description, Shopify has already handled that beautifully. It's automatically synced. Whenever you change it, it'll sync automatically. But the additional information that your customer needs to know, different stores have this living in different places, and so we need to copy and paste it all into one cell so that Common Goods can sort through it and display it correctly on the front end of our website. So copy and paste all of your important information and put it into that cell. This is not the place for policies like store policies, shipping information, anything to do with the store. We'll put that somewhere else. This is just for your product. So fiber content for clothing, what size the model is wearing, stuff like that. Add it into that same cell. If you need to create an extra line in Excel, hit Command and then Enter, and you can add infinitely to this cell. Once you're satisfied, do the same thing for all of the products, and then save your new spreadsheet. If you have no additional information to add besides the description, that's also fine. Once you've saved your completed spreadsheet and it's downloaded and ready to go, we're going to come back to the Common Goods admin and click Import. We want to make sure Edit Products is selected, then grab your revised spreadsheet, the spreadsheet with the new information, and confirm that you're cool with that. And now you can watch the status uploading in View Upload History. It's in process right now, so just wait until it's finished and it says processed. If you ever need to make your way back here, head over to Settings, File Upload History, and then you can see what files you've uploaded and when and their status. So now we're processed, we're good to go. Let's just go verify that everything went smoothly. So head back to Products, Manage Products, and let's find that demo product that I was using. It's called Archive Edition 12. Here it is. And I just want to double check that those two fields are filled the way that I hope that they would be. So down in Custom Meta Field section, we've got the product page URL. That's accurate, it matches what I gave it, and additional product details. And everything is synced just as we had it. So as a final step, you can double check that all of your products have this information, and then you're good to go. And going forward, to update these two fields, you can do it directly in the Products tab. There's no need to go back and do the downloading of a spreadsheet and re-uploading unless you would like to bulk edit that way. Otherwise, you can do it individually as new products come into your store and get synced into Common Goods.
And that's everything. If you run into any trouble along the way, if you get stuck, please email me directly. I would be happy to help you one-on-one, on a call or via email. Just give me a shout and we'll get you set up. Thanks.